Drowning all of my fears, I be all in my head. I be stuck in my dream, listen man, I can't get out of my bed. Whose side of my own? I'm aligned with my foes. If I was to just give up now, I'd be undermining my soul.
What's up family, I'm no chef, but I'll be cooking. If you're new here, my name is Brandon. I'm a plant-based foodie. Today we're gonna be making 3 budget-friendly recipes that are super easy to make, cheap, and taste absolutely amazing. These days, groceries can be so expensive. I remember when I first started grocery shopping for myself back in college in 2011, I could go in the store, grab all this stuff, and spend not that much money. But these days, it seems like every time I go to the store, grab a few items, at minimum, I'm spending $100. So to combat that, I'm gonna show y'all healthy recipes that are cheap and still taste amazing, so you ain't gotta break the bank and still eat good. I'm gonna walk y'all through exactly how I make each of these recipes, but before we get into that, please subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you can get all my content as soon as it drops, and please drop a like on this video. That really helps my channel keep growing and growing. Now let's get into it. So for our first recipe, we're gonna do a rice bowl. We need some chickpeas, a vegan ground meat, or mushrooms. I'm just gonna mince up some mushrooms and use this as my vegan ground. This is half of an 8-ounce pack of baby bella mushrooms. I think it runs like about $3. I'll give you the exact amount at the end of the video. Can of chickpeas. This is the kind I'm using. I got this from HEB. This was $1.64. Can of fire roasted tomatoes. This is about $2.69. You can get another brand and save even more money. I just like the flavor of these. Some veggie stock. This is the brand I'm using. This was like $1.50. And I'm not gonna use this up all in this recipe. I'm gonna be using it for a later recipe as well. So let's just get started. We're gonna mince up these mushrooms in our food processor. So let's go. Just add the mushrooms to a bowl and set aside for later. I forgot to mention we needed a yellow onion, which costs like 70 cents. Put a wet paper towel near where you're cutting. You won't cry. It's a good hack. Then mince 2 cloves of garlic. Add oil to a pan on medium-high heat. Add in your mushrooms. You're going to cook these for about 5 to 7 minutes. You just want them to cook down brown and release most of the moisture. Season and taste with salt. And once most of that liquid is out of the mushrooms, you're going to add in your onion. You're going to cook those until they're translucent. Then you're going to add in your minced garlic. Cook for about 1 more minute until fragrant. You're going to add in your seasonings, cumin, oregano, some vegan Worcestershire, about 1 to 2 tablespoons. Give that a quick toss. Then we add in our fire roasted tomatoes. Let that cook for about 2 minutes while tossing. Then we're gonna add in some veggie broth, our chickpeas. Season the taste with salt. Give that a quick toss. Then we're gonna lower that to simmer, cover, and let that simmer for about 10 minutes just until the chickpeas are tender. And once that's done, it should look something like this. And now we plate any rice you have in the pantry. You're gonna serve it with it. I end up only having arborio rice, so I had to rinse it off really good just to get rid of all that starch so it wouldn't be so creamy. But all in all, this turned out really good. It looks amazing. So our chickpea, tomatoes, and mushroom rice bowl is done. It smells and it looks amazing. And it was very cheap. I'm banking for these recipes, these budget-friendly recipes, I'm banking on everybody having some type of rice in their house so they don't have to buy that. So if any rice that you have in your cabinet, you can use for this recipe and serve it with this stew situation. I think I spent like $8.97 on the stuff I bought on the store for this meal. You can't beat that. And you can, this is about 2 to 3 servings. You can't beat that. Under $10, you're gonna spend more than that at a fast food restaurant. So enough of the talk. Let's just taste it. Because if it don't taste good, what's the point of this? This is amazing. So flavorful. I'm glad I used mushrooms instead of a vegan ground because I like the taste it gives. $10 out of 10, and not even spend $10. Don't take my word for it. Try this recipe out for yourself and let me know how it turns out. On to the next recipe. For this next recipe, we're making chili garlic noodles. Gonna need some ramen. I'm using these rice noodles here. They're like $2.99, and I'm only need half of the bag because it's 16 ounces. I need 8 ounces. I need half of this bell pepper. I'm gonna use the other half for the next recipe. This was like $1.69. 2 cloves of garlic. A bulb of garlic is like 2 for 69 cents, so that's cheap. Like an inch of ginger. This is probably like 20 cents, if that. 2 shallots. These are like 30 cents each. Organic green onions. This was like maybe $1.64. Then I'm gonna use the other half of these baby bella mushrooms that I used in the earlier recipe. So all in all, I think this whole recipe is dependent on a lot of pantry staples like rice vinegar, crunchy chili oil, soy sauce, and a couple other things. So hopefully you have the other ingredients in your pantry. And all this is between like $10 and $12, so super cheap. But let's get started and prep these veggies. So first things first, we're gonna prep our noodles. We're gonna add them to a large bowl with some hot water. You can also boil these, but I'm just gonna let mine sit for about 30 minutes because I got a whole bunch of prepping to do for this recipe. Then you're gonna take your portobello mushrooms and take a damp paper towel and wipe away all dirt and impurities. Then you're gonna cut them into thin slices like this. Take 2 shallots and slice them up thinly like this. Take some green onions. We're gonna slice up the white part at the bottom. We're gonna cook with that. Half of a red bell pepper. We're gonna roughly chop that. Mince 2 cloves of garlic and grate 1 inch of ginger. Now we make our sauce. We're gonna need about 5 tablespoons of soy sauce or coco aminos. 2 tablespoons of crunchy chili oil. About a tablespoon of maple syrup or coconut sugar. Tablespoon of sriracha. 2 teaspoons of rice vinegar. And about a tablespoon of sesame oil. Mix that up and set aside for when we need it. Add avocado oil to a skillet on medium-high. Now we're gonna brown our mushrooms. This process takes about 5 minutes. Once they cook down like this, we're gonna season the taste with some salt and pepper. Give that a quick toss and remove from the pan. Add more oil. Then we're gonna add in our shallot. Cook that down to a translucent, so about 3 minutes. We're gonna add in our minced garlic. Cook until fragrant. Then add in our green onions, red peppers, grated ginger, and we're gonna cook this just until the peppers and onions kind of soften up. Then we're gonna add in our sauce, get that a quick toss. Reduce the heat to low, add in our cooked noodles, toss that until it's well combined, and we're just gonna let that cook and saute on low for about 2 to 3 minutes, just to let those flavors set into the noodles. And now we plate. Add as much noodles to a plate as you want. Top it off with the mushrooms, as much as you desire. Garnish with some green onions and sesame seeds.
And oh my God, look how delicious this looks.
So our chili garlic noodles are done. It smells and it looks amazing. Only thing left to do is to taste it. Like I said before, all this costs between like $10 and $12, super cheap, and you can eat on it for about, I'd say it's about 2 to 4 servings, depending on how much you eat. Let's taste it. Let me get a mushroom. This is one of my favorite recipes. Right amount of spice, sweet, savory. It's delicious. I give this a 10 out of 10. Don't take my word for it. Try this recipe out for yourself. On to the next recipe. So for our final recipe, we're making black bean quesadillas. We're gonna need a can of black beans. This is an organic. You can find them cheaper, but this is $1.64. Gonna need half of this red onion. This red onion was about $1.24. Can of chipotle peppers. This was $1.64. Half of a red bell pepper. One red bell pepper is probably, I want to say like $1.70. We need some vegan shredded cheese. I'm using the Violife brand. And this was probably like $5 at Whole Foods. Then last but not least, we're gonna need some wraps. This is the kind that I use, but you can find any tortillas. Probably cheaper than this. This is, I wanna say this is like $4. But like I said, you can find some tortillas cheaper than this if you wanna go cheaper, but this is just the one I use. Now, let's just get into it.
First, dice half of a red onion, half of a red bell pepper. Then we're gonna roughly chop 2 tablespoons worth of fresh parsley. We're gonna drain and rinse our can of black beans thoroughly. Add those to a bowl and set aside for later. And add some olive oil to a pan on medium heat. Add in your veggies. Cook those until they soften up. About 2 to 3 minutes. Season the taste with salt and some black pepper. We're gonna add more seasonings to taste, like cumin, chili powder, garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of adobo sauce. Give that a quick toss. Let those seasonings set in. Then we're gonna add in our rinsed black beans. Add about 1/4 cup of veggie broth. Give that a quick toss, and then you're gonna use the back of the spoon to start mashing some of those beans up. Then we add in our freshly chopped parsley and half a lemon juice, or lime if you have one. Give that a quick toss, and we're good to go. Then grab your tortilla, layer some vegan cheese, add some of your beans, another layer of your cheese, fold it over, then toast on medium heat until nice and golden and crispy on each side. I'm using my griddle to do this because it's just easier. You can either leave these like big tacos, or you can cut these into quesadillas, like me. Add them to a plate. And serve with your favorite sauce. I'm using salsa.
This recipe was under $10 as well. Let's just get right into it and taste it. This is probably the, no probably about it. This is a recipe that I make most of all. It's one of my beginning recipes that I started out making when I went plant-based. But let's see if it's still good. $20 out of 10. This is amazing. One of my favorite recipes. One of my go-to recipes when I don't feel like making nothing because it's so easy and quick. Yeah, don't take my word for it. Try this recipe out for yourself as well as the other recipes. And let me know in the comments how they turn out. Thank y'all for watching this video. If y'all want to support me more, y'all can hit my website, plantbasedbrandon.com, and copy your I'm No Chef But I Be Cooking apron or I'm No Chef But I Be Cooking t-shirt. Thank you guys for all y'all support. See y'all next time. I love y'all. Thank you for watching.